The use of contexts makes it possible for you to create several routing plans within the system for different customers or customer groups associated with a particular level of service. But there is a question: how to tell the system which routing plan, which context you want to use for a specific SMS. Routing of all messages always starts in the default context. So this is the place where the system goes first when it starts looking for routes. So unless provided instructions, the system will never leave the default context at all, and the routing will end as soon as the rule with the lowest priority within this context has been considered. To tell the system that, for example, for an SMS coming from a premium customer, you want to switch to a premium context, and for an SMS coming from a wholesale customer, you want to switch to the wholesale context, you need to stipulate certain measures. In the default context, you need to create a rule belonging to the regular routing type with a very high priority so that it will be triggered ahead of most other rules in the same context, but for blocking rules. And then, instead of stipulating single customers, you can tell the system, all right, I want to use this rule for my wholesale clients to switch the logics to the wholesale context. So that means that all customers whose products are called wholesale will be affected by this rule, no matter how many numerous these customers are. They may be a dozen, 50, 100, doesn't matter. You don't need to enumerate them, you can just refer to their product name, which is convenient. You don't need to specify any filters by the network, by the MCC/MLC, neither do you need to provide any choices in this rule. The most important and the only important thing here is the next parameter. You need to set it to switch to context, and in the field next context, you need to tell the system which context you want to switch to. In our case, it's going to be wholesale. And after that, the system will shift the focus on the new context that you've provided. It's going to be wholesale. And in that context, you will be able to create your own logics of routing appropriate for the customers belonging to this particular service level.